Tafadhali tuseme. In the guest is none other than huyu hata sitaki kupiga kelele energy. Yeah, D with D.
Yeah. My name is Dorcas, Kemunto, Wainaina, commonly really known as Dorcas Wainaina.
Okay.
But most recent, I am more known as Kemunto because of my leadership role at Kibaki Hospital.
All right.
Yes.
So they prefer addressing you as Kemunto?
Yes.
Because why?
I have no idea.
I'm speaking for a layman. OGW ni nani? Sisi tumezoea OG ni calligraph. W inasimamia nini?
Actually, let me do my introduction properly. CHRP. A professional Kenya, you must have that if you are a HR practitioner in this country.
Okay.
And it's an exam you sit to pass, then to get the certification. Baba is a grand warrior. Actually, those who love me very much call me Baba. Because of my contribution in regulating the HR profession in this country.
Okay.
And I had done a lot of work towards that.
Yes.
And it was tuwezi kuambia sababu unaweza kutupiga risasi. So we also have to be very careful.
You have to have place I worked and I thought HR was my friend. What? The verdict was being the interest in akwaga ya company. You're there for the company. Yes.
Between the employer and the employee, because we are also the advocates of the employee. So we've got supposed to be a surprise that an employee is losing their job, that an employee exits an organization. Let me tell you, one time there was one that was fired in a way that was not
It's good now we know, and I think it's only right that whoever HR, kazi yako ni HR, please go to school for it. How do I call it? Be right for the position that you've given.
Absolutely, and that's why I say that if you're practicing HR, have the foundational body of knowledge of human resource management. You know, for the longest, people thought HR, we are supposed to be smiling machines. We offer, we are supposed to just type a contract, invite you for a... And I tell people, if I ask you what a yield ratio is, can you answer me that? Different things, will you tell me that?
No.
But then you use them interchangeably, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and that is...
Karibu.
Asante.
Now let's talk about Kemunto.
Thank you.
Can we talk to the young Kemunto?
Do you know why I'm laughing? Chased a chicken. A chicken.
Yes.
Caught it, tied it, and threw it into a pit latrine. Now I grew up where we...
Yes.
Where? Is it even in the map of Kenya? I don't know.
I've never heard about
it.
I
think County.
Yes.
And so, but I made it out of a school, a day school. I used to walk about 10 kilometers.
Every day.
So every day nilimal.
Shule yetu ilikuwa mawe.
Mimi nilimal.
Pole.
Alafu nikakuja kuogea Nairobi 1994 ndio nilikuja Nairobi. Now after that I became the background.
Oh, umeoga?
Yeah, I became the background.
Na upake mafuta.
Yes. Na ujue wewe ni background. Stop crying.
University of Nairobi. Yeah. Studying linguistics.
Bachelor of Education, Linguistics and Literature. I can see that you're catching up very quickly. And
the accent is warming you.
When I graduated, I'm a teacher actually.
Yes.
Which I didn't want to, because I'd seen what my parents were going through.
As walimu.
Yeah, as walimu. But to law school, and there were no options for inter-faculty transfer at that time when I joined university. Not Harvard, ambition to actually become a lawyer, which I still will. Okay. Never mind, even at 50, 60, I shall. I said, well, the better for me. So I went to study a postgraduate diploma in human resource management. And so at the end, I don't know whether people should actually trump up for themselves like that, but I'm such a trainer that if I pass...
To blow your trumpet, if you do it. Do it. From time to time, people know me, I do it.
Yeah.
What you do is good. Sazina unamka asubuhi unaambia ni mimi ndio mtangazaji bora.
So I do use the teaching skills that I learned in university in my life.
But we are privileged. She's here. She'll speak to us.
First of all, let me give a shout out to His Excellency Governor Sakaja. Actually, yes. No, to had just become governor.
Yes.
He put together a task force. And
I am. You bet I am.
I am. He said, I would like you to join this task force because I'm looking at the reforms task force.
Yes.
And actually I chaired the HR subcommittee. And so that this is the way to go. We need chief executive officer to that call, and he saw the need for that.
Yes.
And so after that,
this place.
I know.
Do I really want to go in here?
know.
Do I want to turn it down?
I know.
Do I remember the answer I gave the governor about to tell you?
Is in this sector.
Yes.
I know what Mama Lucy is ailing from. We have a 128 slice CT scan. Please go and Google that.
Yeah.
This
Ile ingine mtu anaingizwaga ndani kama a small coffee.
Yeah.
So I did not expect that you'd have that kind of a
coming back
gadget
to
in
there.
there.
So
this is all Dorcas Kemunto in there.
Since we started in May. Yes, please.
Daktari anakuita dad.
Na uko wapi?
We
don't speak to our patients.
Afya yako?
Fahari yetu.
Lord,
Hiyo
when I grow up,
mantra
I want this
ya
confidence.
Mama Lucy. That you should see them. They come, they sit, they wait, they go in, they're attended to, they go. And for you, when the doctor's strike was going on,
Yes.
Mama Lucy continued serving patients in our community. And that's what we continued to do. It was all functional. And in a month, the mothers that give birth in Mama Lucy Kibaki, 1,000 babies, 3,500 patients, outpatient only. We have a 4-bed capacity ICU as well.
Yes.
We have legs are kind of bent. We have straightened them, and they go home, and the parents are smiling.
And they walk straight.
And they
no
walk
more
straight. Where we also do cancer screening, cervical cancer, and any other. I think we might just be the only hospital that has a male gynecology clinic. Every wababa kwa kujange Mondays,
Yes.
Mama Lucy Kibaki,
Yes.
tuangalie kigynecology.
So main kitchen cabinet. Sitaki kupuliwa down. Transformer na kadhalika, tashwishwi yoyote. There's a male clinic. They have a male gynecologist.
Yes.
A male gynecologist is there.
Yeah.
Nendeni muangaliwe.
Yeah.
Gynecologist siwa.
We've done 6 non-invasive surgeries. Gas in that environment.
Exactly.
And you speak that language.
Exactly.
And so we also do that.
You do not have to be there physically.
No, I don't have to be there physically.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And so Mama Lucy, we've made a lot of progress. Of course, besides that, the reputation had its own challenge. And perhaps some of it was just inability to be able to manage that.
And some of it has made you guys be.
What I do know is that we should become like private. So they used to tell me, I used to go to maternity when it smells fresh, clean, everywhere. And by the way, those of us who are in the boards and are leading in boards, I kept being told, oh, you know, your role is so vast. In a week, I would spend it at Mama Lucy. I'll walk around, I'll say hi to staff, I'll say hi to patients, I will check what is right, what's not going right, how can we get.
And that is what most people lack in the places they.
It must look beautiful. I say all the time, if a patient comes into Mama Lucy, we're also going to get into a program we are calling Greening Mama Lucy.
Yes.
And we want to be a center of excellence that I already mentioned about. We now receive partners that are coming in.
When you just joined,
I maintained the same, and I said if I don't maintain the same, I might lose standards.
Yes.
Yeah, because my standards might go down, and I said this everybody was to come up to my standard. And the chicken wings in barbecue sauce.
You know,
from our kitchen.
This is gonna be a kusema to come. I'll go with my crew.
Yeah.
I want us to have the barbecue kere. Nitaenda kuhakikishia hii story si story ya jaba.
Ujasikia King Charles visited Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital.
Story ya King Charles tunakuja.
Ndio hiyo.
Mukapanda sijui nini mukaanza shamba.
Shamba iko organic vegetables that actually serve our patients in the ward.
You do not buy burger from outside.
We supplement, but they come actually from that garden. Organic, you want to learn how to keep an organic farm or garden, please come to Mama Lucy. Now I'm kind of in an English that's not Kenya.
That's no problem. Organic, tutakuja gaki tumalize huku na.
So that is the story of
King
Mama. People have ended up trampling up negativity that does not exist.
Yes.
Instead of coming to know the population that is actually served in Mama Lucy. And of course I became a victim of that. It's just I kept saying you bring the word and I'll give it back to you. Of it. Yes, it's a beautiful facility. We have an eye hospital. we do laser surgeries, we have ophthalmologists.
Why don't we have all this? We have a privilege of watching this, or who are watching right now, that no. Where do we find all this information?
Yeah, thank you so much.
So house is clean.
Yeah, good.
I'm
now
here.
The house is clean.
Can
now
I come and influence?
Brand ambassador, the way you're dressed like I am going. Very soon I'll add you a blue suit.
Kindly.
Whether in Atlanta or wherever. Surgeries. We have a dental unit. We just unveiled a unit of 6 chairs for the kids. It's so beautiful. And I've been in human resource management, and like I said, I've so it's not quite a challenge.
Okay.
Francophone countries, because I have French speaking skills, so I'm able to navigate my life in French speaking. Because of the Lusophone, is the only country, you know, where they speak Portuguese. So what I could be in Somalia and I'm wearing my hijab, and you'll be surprised, is this the place called Nyala? So we could go to Kordofan, Meshing. Deepest corruption is that they put aside money for a road. They didn't see the money, they didn't see the road, and do we use the road? There are roads.
Which roads?
We have roads. We have expressway.
Which
we have hiyo inaitwa flooding, na flooding hata ijaletwa na mtu yeyote. My governor Johnson Sakaya.
No, Arthur to sort.
I appreciate him working very hard to make sure that he resolves those things. Tungekutuma China hata si kutumbukia bridge ilienda na magari na ng'ombe na kila mtu akaenda.
Umesema tushukuru.
Sisi wote hivi. And so in terms of HR, for me, and I know I'm doing a good job.
Yes.
And it is great, and we have transformed this place. Yes. And that is the challenge where people feel like you are beholden to them, and so you've got to keep chasing them around. Chasing around is not the way to do it, because then you end up losing your own.
You should be grounded.
Back home, they are thinking there's a strike, you're not going to go to hospital. But when they realize everything was running at Mama Lucy, you know, something to our lab is very high, and therefore
everything is running. All right.
Yeah. Preparation is
any hint now that you're like a daftari there?
Yeah.
You're the board chair.
There is the Council of Governors, whether it's our
board chair.
There is the Council of Governors, whether it's our Cabinet Secretary. Action is accepted anywhere in the world.
Yes.
And everybody from hospital, including, you know, trying to pull out other doctors that are providing service. Now that when we say,
this is from you. You're not speaking for the government. You're not speaking for anyone. This is you as Dorcas Kemunto. Women are sent back home. They're giving birth on the streets. What do you think should be done?
And I will speak as a HR professional.
Absolutely.
Acknowledged for the expertise they bring to the table. 1. 2, they should not, given the state of the economy in a country, they should not beg and struggle to even get promotion as an acknowledged covered in terms of medical, even get promotion as an acknowledged covered in terms of medical for them and their families. Or if they are covered, sometimes remittances are not made. An accurate workload analysis to know how many nurses do we need, how many doctors do we need to optimally serve the population that comes to this facility, and delay salaries to pay these workers in the first place. Well, and they don't even beg for good conditions of service. And I'm speaking about a chair to sit.
A chair,
and
nothing. You know, there's nowhere. You know, there's nowhere you will talk or say anything or mention. Even
a dedicated maternal and child health to our partner BD Africa, because they actually put that up for us, for Mama Lucy. You know the partners I was talking about?
Yes.
That we've had to talk to in their sections.
Yes.
Some are elective, some are really emergency cases.
Yes.
And so what used to happen, the electives used to wait for surgery happen, and they leave. In fact, Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital in the Kibaki Hospital, but make sure that the mothers are served and they are Kibaki Hospital, but make sure that the mothers are served and they are served well. Now, and we celebrate to make them feel happy, like we did just about last month with all the mothers and their babies. Last meno ilienda wapi? Elezea alipigwa.
Mtoto wa baba yako na mama yako unataka kurudishia mwili shukrani, unataka kupigia.
My life, you know, sometimes you work under a body that has come, but you always have got to remember.
Yes.
Times of adversity, just know who your friends are, because literally they are defined.
Thank you.
You get to see.
Young ladies, is women still feeling like not good enough. For me,
She was at the reception, and every morning she could greet me so well, even a program run by Kipra. And Caro, one day she was in Cape Town, and I said, Caro, is that you? And open your doors for them. At 70, you'll not be 70 jobless. Even me, what do I want to do? Who can I reach out to support and help me? Who is your network? They're in your church, your network is in your college, your network is around judging people left, right, and center. And around judging people left, right, and center. And so let's know who we are. Depending on what it is, I will react that way, but I will make how I bring out my emotions. I cannot have that all the time. Madam Secretary, I talked about it. I've read a book that is simply titled Introvert. Kwambia na high heels tutavaa tu.
Yes.
Na tutapata kona.